Today's date is October the 23rd, 2013. I want to bring some information to light. I've told a lot of people over the years about this situation, and it's hard for people to understand that this could actually happen. It's actually going on in the city of Newark, New Jersey. It's been going on for the last 4.5 years to my family. You could actually find out more about it if you Google the tenant that won't get out, Star Ledger, May 15th, 2013. It would actually, if you read the whole story, it will tell you a lot about the situation. But I'm going to go into what is actually going on. Me and my wife actually lives in the city of Newark. We've been living in this property for about 10 years. We own our property. There was an individual in 2009 that actually broke into a foreclosed property next to us that was owned by the bank, or that is owned by the bank. This individual told me and my family that if we don't give a certain amount of money to him, that he was going to make our life a living hell. And as you could see on the table that I have here, all the documents, he made my life a living hell. What this individual has been doing for the past, since the 80s, and this is not just being made up, we have documents that proves that this has been going on since we have here 1999, but it's actually about 1985 since the city knew that this individual was doing what he was doing. And what he does is he moves into people's property. In me and my wife's case, he broke into the foreclosed property next to us and started putting false charges on us because we did not agree to pay him a certain amount of money. Those false charges, starting in 2010, were coming at a rate of, me and my wife were getting about 10 or 15 charges a week. And when I say charges, you probably say, well, how could someone do that? They go down to the municipal court, they file these charges, and you get them in the mail, and you have to actually answer to them. So what that does is it stops you from going to work. It's putting a dent in your pocket because you have to pay for lawyers. You don't get it free because you're actually paying a citizen that's going to work and working and making your own money, so you have to pay your own lawyers. We were a little confused at the time, so we started asking questions like, how could this be? Or we just said to ourselves, well, once you go to court, they're gonna clear this up. Well, it was the opposite. We had to actually answer each complaint every time we go to court. So for the last 3.5 years, me and my wife has spent most of our time in the court system. This didn't just start with me and my wife. We have actual documents that show that this individual, now every page here has about 37 complaints on here. And these complaints are complaints from just regular citizens in the community that this person decided to put false charges on. Mind you, this person is not working alone. His whole family is involved in this. We have, between me and my wife, we had talked to everyone possible about helping us. We have talked to Governor Christie. You could even Google it, or I should say YouTube, Governor Christie's town hall meeting, where it shows that we were on there asking for help in regards to this situation. That wasn't the only town hall meeting that we was at, but this one is actually on YouTube. We have begged Mayor Cory Booker, who have refused to do anything about it. We have talked to Sheila Cooley, the chief of police, who knew about this man and said she knew about him since the 80s. We have begged the police director, the mayor, for help. We have asked Keith Harvest, chief prosecutor, for help. We have asked the city council for help. In fact, one of the city council who were running for mayor actually said, this man wasn't doing anything wrong. Now, what I'm trying to do is expose what this man has been doing. And this man, we're his 75th victim. And me and my wife didn't do what everyone else did, which was just be quiet and move away. What we did was we exposed him. And we exposed him to the fact that this man is using the court system. It's a form of harassment by using the court system. Yes, it is against the law. Yes, you do have the right to put claims in on people, but you don't have the right to put false claims in on people. As you can see, these are all letters that were actually sent out begging for help. This one is actually a letter from Councilman Rice saying he's for the people on the block and he wants to resolve the situation. And Councilman Rice is one of the few individuals that actually helped us out. We have begged the police department to step in and do something about this for about 4 years, and they have refused to. My family has been terrorized for the last 4 years. And when I say terrorized, everyone says, well, we understand. No, you don't. You don't understand when a man and his wife has worked hard for so long to provide a certain living for their kids and is actually having it taken away by one individual who's abusing the system. I will show you here. This is a lawsuit that he filed on me and my wife, which he's asking for $10 million. He uses the court system, like I said. This is another lawsuit that he filed on one of my friends. This is a $5 million lawsuit that he put in. This is another lawsuit that he tried to file against another landlord, which was, I think, $200,000. There's constant lawsuits. He has filed lawsuits against PSC&G, police department, unemployment office, you name it, he has filed lawsuits. And what we're trying to do here is to have this person stopped. He needs to be stopped. My wife and I was actually arrested on burglary charges where he claimed that we broke into the property next to us. Now, mind you, he's not supposed to be in that property. He is a trespasser. We told the city since 2009 that he was a trespasser and he broke into this property. The documents from the bank even says that he's a trespasser. So how was me and my wife arrested for burglary? We're arrested. We posted bail. And we had to go to court for it. But not only did we post bail, but they never took it out the system. So one day, me and my wife was going to Sesame Place with the kids. And on her way back, they had a random police stop where she was arrested a second time with my kids in the car. My kids were put into a separate car based on this man's negligence or the city's negligence and arrested us the first time. It's unheard of. It's something you see in a movie. And I'm demanding that the city do something about this. Now, we were going to court for the last 4 years, like I said, and it was over 100 and maybe 140, 150 charges that has been taken care of. But last week, in the mail, we got an additional 60 charges. 30 charges on my wife, 30 charges on myself. This is unheard of, like I said. And I'm demanding that the city officials do something to stop this man. And the reason why they need to stop this man is because if you go back from 1985 and you average the amount of money that this man has wasted in our system, we're talking about millions of dollars. And it's based on he files indigent. He says he has nothing. So the city has to provide him with paperwork. They filed his paperwork for him to do lawsuits. They've been doing this for 15 to 20 years until we got involved and they stopped that part. He gets free public defenders when he go to court. Everything that he does is free. So we're talking about millions and millions of dollars that the taxpayers are wasting on an individual that's actually using their own money to terrorize them. So if anyone is out there, please send a letter to your city officials, Newark, New Jersey, and ask them and demand for them to put a stop to this. Now, I'm going to post this on the YouTube. And also on YouTube, you can find videos that have been posted on there. The police department refuses to look at some of the videos that we have of this individual stalking my family, harassing my family. And like I said, we demand for something to be done. So if you go on to YouTube and you punch in Newark constant harassment, 4 years, Newark, New Jersey. Constant harassment, 4 years, Newark, New Jersey. You will see videos of rallies. You would see videos of people standing in front of my gate taping my family. So we need your help. Thank you.